4. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Oh, somebody could have got swept away. Ahabati fillah, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, to accept our good and forgive our evil and protect us from kulli su wa makruh. Ahabati fillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation is so beautiful and vast and amazing. And whatever kind of duck or duckling this is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I can't save him if he gets swept in that current. If he makes it across, subhanallah, oh, mashallah, tabaraka wa ta'ala, where is he? There he is. Amazing, amazing, subhanallah. Almost got swept away. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation is so vast and so amazing and so wondrous. And when we reflect upon this beautiful creation and we understand the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ, I've not created mankind and the jinn except for the purpose of worshiping me. Then we understand that we're here to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. That the reason we were created is to worship Allah Azza wa Jal alone. And that this creation is not just mere fun, games, and play. And we have to benefit from the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by using it as a means to remember and reflect upon Him, by seeing the wonders and the beauty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's creation and allowing that and understanding that this is evidence that He subhanahu wa ta'ala exists and He Azza wa Jal is the only one worthy of worship. It's very simple. The concept of Tawheed. Tawheed al-Ibadah. Tawheed of worship. Meaning all of your worship is devoted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ahabati fillah, Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, he mentions the concept of worship in Islam, that it's very comprehensive. And he says, Al-ibadatu kullu ma yuhibbuhu Allah wa yarda min a'mal al-zahir wa batin. He says the concept of ibadah, it's a comprehensive term, and it's everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves and is pleased with from actions and statements that are hidden and open. Meaning worship is comprehensive and it includes those actions of the heart and the tongue and of course your limbs. And all of those are the components of Iman in Islam. So when you utter the kalimat Tawheed, you take the shahada, this is a type of worship. It's something that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it's a type of dhikr, one of the greatest forms of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you can do. Or when you have your intention to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. This is also ibadah, worship. And that's ibadah qalbiyah, worship that's on the tongue. And then there's ibadah badaniyah, or worship that has to do with your limbs and on your body. For example, praying the salat or paying zakat. You're taking your money and you are, maybe literally taking it out of the bank or out of your pocket and spending it in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's also worship. That's also ibadah. And all of that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with. كُلُّ مَا يُحِبُّهُ اللَّهُ وَيَرْضَى مِنْ أَعْمَالِ الظَّاهِرِ وَبَاطِنِ. It's everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves from deeds that are open and hidden. So make lots of ibadah to Allah in the various forms of ibadah. And that could be da'wah ila Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by calling people to Tawheed, reminding people, just reminding someone to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do a good deed. Lastly, ahabati fillah, just remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala often. Spend your time wisely in this dunya. Strive in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make dua for your brothers and sisters wherever they may be. Your brothers and sisters in Islam. Don't neglect the dua to support your brothers and sisters in Palestine or wherever they may be suffering and going through difficulty. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Almighty to accept our good and forgive our evil. Protect us all from kulli su' makruh. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.